Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338, biffid@yahoo.com. And before I forget, I just want to say, if you call, have some patience. 2 reasons. I don't always take that phone with me. Matter of fact, I leave it home most of the time. But somebody had just called a few days ago, and for some reason, it went to a spam call, a folder thing. So, and I usually don't bother with them. It had a message. I listened to the message. Someone calling. They wanted a reading. So, there you have it. And lucky me, again, 2 weeks in a row, right? 2 weeks in a row. The illustrious New England's most famous artist.
Yeah.
Take it away. Let them know who you are.
Willie Washington. I picked grapes all summer. No, I'm an artist here in Manchester, and I love doing it. And I brought a few paintings. Both of them are just started, and we'll see them later, and we'll have a good time.
We will. All right. So, as usual, we have the inspirational quote. They seem to always be the same guy, but I like the quote. And then, of course, we have, naturally, and this week we're back to interesting fun facts, not just interesting. It was last week with the electric cars.
Yeah.
Well, but before I do this now, I was just reading today that, are you ready? Al-Qaeda, who controls Afghanistan, there's something like $3 trillion worth of lithium in there now. So every time you buy an electric vehicle, you're supporting Al-Qaeda. I just, thought people might want to do that so they know what cause they're supporting. All right, so for our inspirational quote today, makes a lot of sense. See if you agree. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is a place of learning, not a place of living.
Makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Roy T. Bennett, The Light and the Heart. To me, it makes a lot because for one, I know people like that, but my sister's like that. She's always in, this, and she's blaming, the way we grew up. And I go, it's the past. We don't live there anymore. It's not a life sentence. I should send her this quote along. Maybe it'll sink in.
You see her often?
No, only when I go down to visit, because she, well, you know how she's the older sister, so God forbid she comes to New Hampshire. I have to go to North Carolina, which I don't really like it down there. I told you, it's big, it's new. You need a car just to go. There's nothing close. Nope. You need a car, and every street is like 3 lanes each. It's like a highway. All these major roads, they're like highways through town, which I don't like. All right, so let's go look at the list today. It's, believe it or not, they're long, so I don't know why that says 4 down there. But all right, so today, the interesting fun facts. I'll give you a clue. My favorite bird. All right? Interesting fun facts today are about cardinals. All right? 1. Pay attention. Put on your listening ears, as Judge Judy would say. Some interesting stuff here. Cardinals are typically the first bird to visit feeders in the morning and the last to visit in the evenings. While, what's this? Ornithologists?
Ornithologists, yeah.
Ornithologists, what are they?
They study birds.
Oh. Thanks. While ornithologists aren't entirely sure why this is the case, they believe it may be related to lower competition with other birds at the feeders during dawn and dusk. Males may also appear more inconspicuous in low light conditions, providing them some security from natural predators. fun fact number 2. Interesting fun fact number 2. The northern, oh, they're going to cancel this, especially Muslims and this administration. That what they're going to want to change the name now. The Northern Cardinals name dates back to the time of the United States founding colonists. Get ready. Stemming from the similarity of the male's vibrant red plumage to the red beretta investments of distinguishable Catholic cardinals. Yeah, that's going to rustle a few feathers.
Yep.
So I had to put that in. All right. Interesting fun fact number 3. Northern cardinals are classified as granivorous.
Yeah.
Granivorous. I write all these words. I don't know how to say them. Granivorous.
Granivorous.
Granivorous animals because they live on a diet consisting of mostly seeds. So they must be healthy.
Right.
Their short, stout, cone-shaped beaks are specially designed to crack open the hulls on seeds and shells on nuts. Due to their love of seeds, you can easily attract cardinals to your feeders by using either sunflower seeds, their favorite, or safflower seeds, cracked corn, or shelled peanuts. Oh, you put the whole shelled peanuts out there. That's not bad, and they're inexpensive.
Yeah, they are.
All right, imagine. Interesting fun fact number 4. During courtship, affection is expressed by the males feeding their females seeds in a method known as beak to beak.
Beak to beak?
Yeah, beak to beak, imagine. If you choose to let your imagination run wild, you could certainly say that the birds look like they are kissing. French kissing, no less. All right, interesting fun fact number 5. Get this. The average lifespan of a northern cardinal is approximately 3 years due to the hazards they face, which include predators, disease, accidents, and starvation. But the oldest recorded wild northern cardinal lived to be 15 years and 9 months.
Wow.
Imagine. This female was banded as a young bird and tracked in what state?
Maine.
No, Pennsylvania.
Spain.
Interesting fun fact number 6. Oh yeah, 6. The Northern Cardinal is a popular mascot for many sports teams, but they'll all be taken away now once they know why it's called a Cardinal, because of the Catholics. The Northern Cardinal is a popular mascot for many sports teams. They represent 2 professional teams, the St. Louis Cardinals baseball team and the Arizona Cardinals NFL team. The Cardinal also represents many colleges, including Ball State University. Where's that? Do you know where that is?
Muncie, Indiana. I went there 2.5 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
See that? An alumni. Concordia University.
Never heard of it.
Lama University. I must have spelt that right. The University of Louisville. I know where that is. And Wesleyan University. Unfortunately, the cardinal is often portrayed incorrectly on logos, such as displaying a yellow beak or legs. Interesting fun fact number 7. In the winter months, get this, this is pretty cool. Northern cardinals forego their territorial ways and congregate together to form flocks. A group looking for food collectively is more successful than a single cardinal or pair. These flocks can be called a college, conclave, deck, radiance, or Vatican of Cardinals.
Vatican. Yeah.
It's, right, people? No more sports teams called Cardinals. All right. Interesting fun fact number 8. The northern cardinal is the official state bird of 7 eastern states: Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, Virginia, and West Virginia. Interesting fun fact number 9. Contradictory to many other songbirds, northern cardinals are mostly a non-migratory species, opting to overwinter in their chosen spring/summer habitat. But where do they come from before they get here?
You got me.
Many migratory birds move to warmer climates in the winter as they depend on insects or fruit for sustenance, and their food supply drops in the colder winter months. All the birds must be very healthy because of all the mosquitoes this year, right? There's an overabundance. All right, the diet of northern cardinals consists mainly of seeds and nuts, allowing them to forage for food year-round. And I knew this one. I guess a lot of people don't. Northern cardinals are monogamous, and pairs stay together year-round. I knew that. And also, it's not in here, but I also knew this one too. Did you know if you see a male, there's a female close by, or vice versa? All right, I need help with this one. Fun fact number 11. Can you hold up a finger for the 11, to make 11?
Okay.
Fun fact number 11, thank you. Unlike many species of songbirds where only the male sex can vocalize, both male and female northern cardinals can sing. Females, I wonder if they're trans and just say they're females. No, I'm only kidding. Females are known to sing when they are in the nest as a way of signaling their mate to bring food. Males, on the other hand, sing during courtship and to defend their nesting territory. Female cardinals express themselves using more elaborate songs than males and may sing up to 24 different tunes, depending on their location. Both male and female vocal patterns vary slightly based upon the region, just as dialects of languages appear depending on the locale. Isn't that kind of neat?
Yeah.
And everybody know, what did we notice in all of these facts? See if you caught on. What brings all these facts together, and it proves a point also?
Nature.
Well, that's true, and science. The only sexes that cardinals are male or female,
Oh, yeah.
just like people. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I agree.
if you don't have a Y chromosome, you can't have 2X chromosomes, and, well, I'm really
Yeah.
not that, I'm the other.
God
Excuse me.
created male, female.
What?
He created male, female.
That's right. I know, not male, female, and what you want to identify as.
Yeah.
I found this thing on Facebook about that, so you know me, I had a comment. You should
Yeah.
see the flack I'm getting. People, because I'm talking about it was about trans rights.
Yeah.
I go, me, and I always go about, trans rights. Why should they get special rights?
Yeah.
And you get all kinds of flack. Why do you hate? Why do you hate? Which I tell them, I don't hate anyone. All right, so anybody that wants to jump on board, get up off your seat, or you don't have to anymore, right? Because everybody's got the cell phone handy. If you want to make a comment, have a little conversation, have a question, a reading, 603-640-3091. What do you want to talk about, Anthony? In the meantime, we could show that. You want to show it now or later?
Oh, later.
All right. All right. Oh, I know the big deal, seeing as it's. What do you think of the new Hunter Biden scandal, or whatever you want to call it? Poor Hunter now. His plea deal fell through.
I haven't read about it yet.
That's all. I just read headlines. I don't read the story.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think? Finally, what do we had now? Summer for what? 3 days in a row?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Oh, you don't like it?
Well, it's the humidity, the rain. Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see what happens the end of July and August.
Wow. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. It's the energy lady. How are you?
All right. I'm very well. Energy lady. How are you enjoying the weather?
Oh, please. It's too hot for me.
Come on. Come on.
I don't like it like this. Ugh. Not like this.
Oh, me. Bring it on.
It's too much.
If I didn't have a cat, there'd be no AC on in my house.
Are you out of it?
I love this
I
stuff.
would die without any AC.
Well, at certain points, but not. I mean, there's a breeze. Isn't there a breeze where you live? There's a nice breeze on Elm Street.
Only if I open my mouth.
And then that hot air makes it even hotter.
No. I can blow cool air.
Well, you might be right because you're the energy lady. So probably,
right.
And you should explain to people how simple it is to always be this up and sort of feeling contented and joyous. Don't you think, or what? Or am I cuckoo?
Well, what's the use of being the other way for crying out loud? You can't do
See?
nothing about it, so you might as well be happy and have a lot of energy.
See, there you go. I agree with you 100%. I agree.
Can I have a reading?
You certainly can. I'll do 2 cards. They're the soul cards, so I know everybody, I can't see them. We'll do 2 cards.
Yeah, you must feel them.
Well, I told you, I like these cards because it's, there's not a lot on the card, so it sort of really tunes you in, as which I kind of like. But they stick together, but that's all right. Probably the humidity.
See, that's your friend. They stick together.
You can see that? All right. Well,
Hi, Anthony.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
do you
But
know?
not with the heat.
Come on.
It's hard to breathe for me.
All right, so here we have. Well, if I can get it to, I can't. There we go. Wait a minute. 7 of Wands right there. So, wands are, like I said, direction that you want to go in. You have these. With you, I'm going to say this very, very sort of little sort of influxes here and there of different things that you want to accomplish or want to aim for. And of course, being the energy lady, as you can see, some of them you might sort of get the impression sometimes that it might sort of take a little extra effort, but not really, because as you can see, if you keep yourself centered and focused and looking straight ahead, you can see how everything comes together. It's nice and symmetrical and even, so there's no worry for you. And of course, I love this too. And of course, when we're doing that, as all that's going on, and we're in focus and everything's coming together, like I said, symmetrical here for you. Our next card is the 9 of Cups. So with a little direction or sort of little projects or anything that we want to accomplish, once you keep that focus and realize that everything's going to be coming right into symmetric. I'm stuck on that word today. Symmetrical, right connection there. Then we have the Nine of Cups, which is then it becomes. It sort of be almost overwhelming, but in a good way, because I mean you're so full of positive energy and warmth all the time and joy that when you sort of get to that point, it's even going to fulfill you even more, and you're going to feel more exuberant, and people are really. You're not even going to have to say anything to people. Like when you go to Hannaford's or something, they're just going to say, wow, can you feel the energy in that lady? And then that's when they're going to say, that must be the energy lady. So there you have it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. So
And Anthony, I love your paintings, especially those birds.
Oh, thank you.
They're beautiful.
I
I
got
saw them the other week.
I got two new ones today. One I been painting on my show, and then another one. It's a beach scene I haven't finished yet. You know, it keeps me going.
That's nice.
Yeah, something to do. You got to keep busy in this world. I'm retired.
Well, Dave and Anthony, God bless you and have a wonderful night and stay happy, healthy, and strong.
And thank you. Thanks for calling. Keep that AC blasting.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, so that other one that I saw, you paint on your show?
What? This one? Yeah.
No, that one or the other one? That one.
That
You
one.
paint on your show?
Yeah.
Live?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's not done yet. It's just what I'm doing is just it's an abstract basically, semi-abstract, whatever. It's I'll put some reality in there, and then I'll put imagination and mix them together, and this is what I get.
Nice.
I'm thinking about doing a Ace of Hearts or something. Take a card or a Jack of Hearts or something. Just add it in there.
No, so now when you do these portraits or paintings on your show, right? Do you sort of like explain it as
Yeah.
you're going along?
Yeah.
So if I tune in, I can learn how to paint?
Yeah.
Wow, I should, but I don't live in Manchester, but I could still go. Could go online, right? Like
Yeah.
ManchesterTV.org/23.
I don't mind doing these demo shows, I call them. I mean, if I was doing it strictly to teach, I'd approach it in a different way. I let them know what color paint I'm using, what size brush I'm using, and why, and things like that. But I like these things. Sometimes they just pop right out of your head, and you don't want to throw it away. I mean, when you look at that, you get some idea. That's trying to remember the name of that flower now. And then here, just images all put together, kind of like I say, semi-abstract.
Nice, yeah.
So I'll do that. This right here, I decided to take all my beach scenes, which I've done. For some
Yeah,
reason,
I really love that.
I love beach scenes. So I'm thinking about putting a woman's face down here that's like underwater. And she's a dreamer.
Huh.
No idea what you're talking about because you're not showing it.
Oh, and he knows. I know.
Oh, what?
He says they don't know what you're talking about because you're not showing
oh
it.
my gosh, yeah. Now, here we go, Brendan. See if I can get this. Yeah,
All right.
this one here is,
I was getting a good view.
good beach scene. And I don't know how long this has been sitting around, but, I'll definitely do something with it. And this right here, I'll just leave it on the easels and let Brandon come in a little close. This is something that there we go. This is what I worked on my show today. And I'm using neon markers. I'm using pen and ink, acrylic, and some watercolor too.
Wow.
And I'm just adding them all together, and when I'm done with this, you know, I'll bring it on and show it. Because I decided no matter what I do, I'm going to keep it.
Well, I like it because I like the way, I don't know if I like the way it all blends together. And of course,
Yeah.
I like it because it's got all the colors. And of
Yeah.
course, the sun up there in the corner, I always like that
Yeah.
because I love the way the sun feels on me when the sun's beating.
Oh,
So, hey. So now your show's what, an hour, and you
half
did
hour.
it,
It's a half hour.
and you did all that in a half hour.
No, what I did was I started it at home, and I started with the woman's face because I was thinking about this, and
Uh-huh.
I decided, okay, what I'm going to do is put something like a shell. It's just my imagination, I guess.
Yay.
And then I'll touch all this up, and I'm trying to. These are morning glories. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Mhm.
And I just figured, what the heck. But I'll finish it. It's smaller, so I don't have to keep going and struggle with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
I
happy
like
with
that.
it. Something different in the guy's face
Yeah.
here, and then there, and then I'll paint this a different color. Just play with it.
Yeah.
And I got the sun. I can, just play around with that too.
You know,
And then-
I can sort of like, of course, me, doing the tarot and stuff. It's like, see, he's got her up on a pedestal, and she's nice and confident and everything. It's all well in focus. He knows what he's doing. She knows where she stands because, of course, the sun's shining nice and bright on the both of them and
Yeah.
leading the way for them. There's no stumbling
Yeah.
blocks and nothing
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah.
And let's see what we have. All right. It says Abigail would like a reading.
Uh-oh.
All right, so let's take a little pause.
That's my mother's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Abigail?
Abigail Barnes.
Barnes or Burns?
Barnes. That was her maiden name. It's Williams Abigail.
Abigail.
Yeah.
You don't hear that name too often anymore.
No, it's an old Irish name.
Okay, we'll do Abigail. Let me clear the cards a bit.
Yeah,
Do a couple of shuffles.
Yeah, do the Harlem Shuffle.
There you go. That's right. We'll do another 2-card reading.
Like your mama told you how.
Right. Let's see what comes up for Abigail here. These cards are always stick, but I like the texture. Feel the texture of it.
Nice.
I don't know what.
Never felt that before. It's textured paper, but it's not smooth.
I don't know what it is, but
It's tough.
yeah.
It feels tough.
All right, Abigail. Here we have is the Page of Cups. All right, it's nice. It's bold. So if you think of a page where you think of someone sort of, well, certainly younger than I am, right? So think of that type of energy, that type of motion, that type of movement going on, and that's just what's happening to Abigail. And it's again, like I said, it's nice, it's bold, it's new, it's refreshing for you, and it's emotional. I'm gonna say that I'm feeling as though sort of finally someone is perhaps, shall we say, lighting up your life, or that type of thing. That's what I'm feeling. So, and that's always good. And wow. And what is our next card, Abigail? Our next card is the Queen of Cups. All right, so we go from the Page of Cups, which is a lot of energy in there too, but now we're up to the Queen of Cups. All right, this is even more energies, more sort of that same relationship, that same type of you lighten up your life, something new. It's refreshing. But of course it continues. It's not nothing that's sort of off the cuff. I'm going to say it's not anything that you didn't realize was on the way or something that you didn't realize could or would develop. So at this point, Abigail, I would just say sit back, enjoy it, flick your slippers off, and go for the ride. So there you have it, Abigail, in a nutshell, 2 cards. So looks good, even if it's yourself. It's all new, it's refreshing. So there you go. Enjoy. Ta-da. All right. Now, we were talking about the painting,
Yeah.
so we can get back to that.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, because I'm really interested. I always say, I wish I knew how to paint or draw, but I
There you go.
don't. All right, so we can't get back to that just yet.
Yep.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you? How are you?
Good afternoon, guys. How you guys doing?
That sounds like
Cruising
Mary.
with Mary. Wow, he's psychic, Mary, because he said Mary's going to call. He's,
Oh my goodness.
how are you,
The
Mary?
weather.
How are you?
Oh, the weather's that hot weather's getting to me. I can't take the hot weather anymore.
Well, you know what's making it worse this year, Mary? All that smoke from Canada. You could see it out
That's
here.
it. Yeah.
I mean, you look
Yeah,
off.
and it's, this year and I think last year was the first time in ages in any car I've ever put air conditioning on in my car. Usually I leave the windows open.
That's
But
me,
every
usually.
time I go out, I put the air conditioner on. I have my fan going on in here in the front room, and then later on, when we're around 7:30, 8 o'clock, then I'll put the fan on in my bedroom for the cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta have that.
That's, well, yeah. They said
Yeah.
it was going to be 90 or something today, so it'll be, and I don't put it on until I leave. I'm the same way. The windows are open,
Yeah.
but when I was leaving to go to work, I closed the windows. I put the air on
Yeah,
for Fred.
too. I had to go out today, and I put the fan on over here. In fact, I even left the fan going on in the kitchen.
Wow. Well, you got ventilation, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah. So when I came in, it felt, it wasn't cold or anything, but it was just nice,
Yeah.
just right,
And how are the kiddies with it?
They're doing good. They're doing good. They let me know, especially my Lavinia. She will look at the fan,
Yeah.
and she looks at me, Ma. And I, what? Ma? I said, I know. When she looked at the fan, because she wants the fan on her.
Right.
Yep, so I'll put it on, and then I see her fur, kind of floating around and everything.
Yeah.
And she looks back at me like saying, okay.
Right, I know. See, and I
She
always,
lets me know when she wants the fan.
yeah, see, now that's good. That's a perfect example of how cats train you. I say
Yeah,
that to
oh,
people
no,
and they
huh?
think I'm soft, but there's a perfect
Yep, they
example.
got me trained very good.
Yep, that's the same.
I only pay the rent, but they own the apartment.
That's right. That's right. Fred's the same thing, but it's just like him. He'll go to sit on the rug in just a little certain spot, and I know he wants catnip.
And stare at you.
Right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he does. He sits
They're in
that
the
one
union,
spot.
They are.
Well, you must do the same with Sylvester. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
you trained, right?
Oh,
And-
yeah. He's got me trained. 1 o'clock treat, 5 o'clock treat.
Yeah. There's breakfast in the morning, and around 1:30, 2 o'clock, they have a snack. They have a can of a fancy feast.
Wow.
At night, it haven't come out yet because they probably ain't ready for their supper. But between 6:30, 7 o'clock, they'll come out looking at me like saying, okay, it's supper time.
Wow. Not bad. Not bad. Tomorrow, I know, let me remind him again, 5 to 6 p.m., same place. But tomorrow, Cruising with Mary. Mary, do you have a guest tomorrow?
Yeah, they let me know they're coming in, but I'm not saying, and just in case they decide not to, but I'm supposed to have a guest tomorrow.
All right, so tune in. It's going to be very exciting and interesting.
Yeah, this person I haven't seen it's been maybe over a year
Oh.
since they've been on. I bet.
Oh, nice. So it
That'll
will
be
be nice.
nice.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
will be nice.
Yeah.
Mary, would you like a 2-card reading?
Sure.
All right, let's see what's happening. Soul cards, the Soul Tarot deck. We're going to be reading those.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of activity. The door is open today, Mary, so there's a lot of activity.
You know, you told me there was going to be either a surprise or something coming toward me.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? I got a letter. It's been almost 5 years, and I got a letter from my sister.
Wow. Fantastic. See that? Wow.
This week. Yep.
Huh.
All right, here we go, Mary. Look at this. Oh, I like the. Wow. All right. This is perfect. All right, so, Mary, here we are. We have the strength card. I'm trying to glare it for you. So we have the strength card, Mary. All right, so in this sense, it's like I always say, you have the strength, especially like, with the heat, how you said, oh, you had to put the AC on, right? But don't let it get to you. You got the strength within you. You have the inner strength. Sometimes we have to make that little extra effort to reach in and use our inner strength to, even to just take a few steps to go in the direction that we're supposed to go, even though we don't give it thought. Let's face it, I'm one of those, right? So you got to keep up that strength, or you got to realize it is sometimes we sort of, we wax and wane. You think, I'm not sure if I should do this or if I can really, make the extra few steps. So you got to go reach inside and get that extra strength, Mary. And once you do, and I know it's because you got something on your mind that you're thinking of, because I'm going to, all right, and what it is once you realize that you got to reach deep down, you really have that extra reserve of strength and power and courage and stamina that you need. Once you sort of just tap into that, and you don't have to tap into it a lot, then what's sort of been spinning in your mind a little bit about hemming and harming about this, or should I start that, or am I ever going to get to that? Once you go in for that inner strength, Mary, here it is right here. Ace of Swords, voila. It's all going to, again, start flowing nice, and there you go. Whatever it is that sort of decision that you're hemming and hawing about making, and, thinking it's burdensome or whatever, or taking your energy, you can do it, Mary. It's not far off. So
no, I really am thinking about something, and I'm just waiting for someone to get back to me on something right now.
All right, so see, they'll get back to you, but you still, you need just that little extra push, but you can do that yourself. So, There you go, Mary. There you have it.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're very welcome. And in a nutshell, hey, open the windows, make sure the fans stay on.
Oh, yes.
Right, and I know, and when I get home, as much as Fred's relaxing in the AC, when I get home, I shut the air off and open the windows. I do. I do, and you should hear the neighbors. They all got the AC on. It's like, I don't get it. And they, some of them, you don't like AC, do you? I go, well, I do, but, you don't really need it. And,
of course he does. I need a fan.
Well, the fan is one thing, right? Or, hopefully with the window, there's a breeze out now, so hopefully it'll come in the apartment. But, like I always tell everybody, I got all winter long to feel the chilly air.
That's true.
So
that's so true.
Right. All right, Mary, I'm going to let you go because I'm very intrigued by the beach scene. I got questions. So tomorrow again, Cruising with Mary, 5 to 6. Special guest, surprise guest. Check it out.
All righty. Take it easy, guys.
All right. Thanks for calling, Mary.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See, you're more in tune than you think, Anthony. You said she was going to call. She called. See? So. All right. So what's now this beach scene here? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take this beach scene here. This is
I love beach scenes too.
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting. There we go. Wow. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Hi, David. It's Gina. How are you?
Well, Gina, I missed you last week.
I know. I didn't. You know what? I started working, and then I said to myself, "Oh, I forgot to watch Steve," so I forgot it.
Oh,
And plus, I said to myself, "Oh, I got to make some plans with him."
yes. Hey, speaking of that, I got a neighbor. I've done mediumship for her before, and
Yeah.
she's real. I think she's easy because she's really up for it, and I did a fantastic job. I seen her
Awesome.
yesterday in the hall. She wants to do it again, so if you want to come up, we can get some practice.
Yes. Let
in.
me know when. I'll come up.
All right. And the last time I saw Gina was in Medford, which was
Yes,
a lot of
we
fun.
went together, and you did a good reading. And I don't know. I like that guy that's doing the paintings. I like that.
Oh, he's the best artist in New England by far.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Yes.
It is. And
Yeah.
of course, I'm jealous because I always wanted to have that sort of gift, and I don't. But
I know, me too. I always wanted it. And I get so surprised when people do spirit drawings. I love them.
what, spirit drawings?
Oh, they're so beautiful.
You know, now what do you classify as a spirit drawing? I'm curious.
It's when you do mediumship and you can see the person in front of you
All right, yeah.
and you draw it.
See
And
that?
you draw it.
You know, that's what I'd love to do that. And this lady I know, she got me like a book like you got it, not that big, but a smaller book with all these different colored pencils to do it.
Oh,
But
beautiful.
right, I tried
Oh,
a couple
nice.
of times. I'm absolutely devastated when I
Yeah,
look.
so last night I had this lady that I read for, and
Yeah.
it was her friend came in. She was 55. She passed with
Yeah.
her mother
Yeah,
and a baby. And a baby.
yeah,
So I said to her, and I could see them clearly. Her friend had a bald head, a beautiful face. She had a pink turtleneck shirt on.
yeah.
I couldn't see her way bottom. And her mother loved blue color, and then she had a blue dress. And the baby had a nice long dress with black patent leather shoes. So if I had seen that, and I can't draw, but if I had drawn that, that would have been beautiful for her.
It would have been. That's
So
right.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I was talking about, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
It's beautiful.
Right, but I can't draw. But maybe not, if I chum up Anthony a little, maybe he'll give me some lessons on how to do it. But now that I know he does it on his show, demos, what do you call it, shows?
Demos.
I can get a few lessons that way. Imagine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right, and I was going to say
Oh,
something.
nice.
Right, I was going to say something to you now, see, and I forgot. As my mother would say, it must be a lie.
Oh,
well.
God.
Right, that's what she always say. I was going to tell you something, Ma. I was going to say something and I forgot. She said it all the time. It must have been a lie.
Must have been a lie, yeah.
Really? That's what she used to say. So, you're back to work, what, summer school?
I am. No, but I don't do much hours, just like 3 or 4 in a day.
That's not
And I
bad.
could take the day off if I wanted to. Yeah,
No, that's even better if you wanted to. And that runs till
if I
when?
wanted to.
That runs till
It
when?
won't run till August 26th.
And so then what do you get? 3 days off and you're back into a new school year?
You got it. You got it. Yeah. Or I could take the week off and whatever.
Wow, nice. Do you want to, we don't have a whole lot of time. You want a quick
Yes,
two-card
just
reading?
a card. Yes. Quick, yes, 2 cards.
All right. I'm going to take 2 in a row just to see. 'Cause, well, everybody gets the cards they
good.
need to get, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
And I told you, I like this deck. This is the deck that you can't see.
That's the one I can't see.
Right. The soul deck. All right, so, and I'm unlike other tarot readers, when I, like this card, it's the High Priestess, it's the number 2 card, all right? So we have a blending here, a nice blend, something meddling, and you know, well, the High Priestess means this or means that. No, not for me. In this case, so it's something sort of coming together for you, but in a something big, something that's what you're feeling important about. It's starting to come together. You could see, I'm sure you can see or feel the wheels turning now.
I do,
and
actually.
see, and
Yes.
the direction that your sort of energy is. You know, you've got to put that energy out in front of you, and then you have to follow it. So, and that's all I can see it. It's all sort of starting to churn together, and the wheels are starting to churn. And look at this. The next card, card number 11, Justice. How can you go wrong with that? So from the High
I
Priestess,
can't.
right, with the Justice,
Yeah.
it definitely. So
Yep.
stay on the track that you're on. And again, you have to remember, Gina, the naysayers. Don't pay any attention to them because you're gonna have naysayers. I'm feeling.
I just came from my mother, which was a naysayer. I gotta go smudge myself in a minute.
You got to what?
And my mother, she's so negative, so I have to smudge myself.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That
I
is
do.
too funny. Do you have a selenite wand? You can wand yourself, no?
Yes,
That's what I always do. Do you?
that's what I gotta. You know, I forget to bring my crystals. Tomorrow, when I have coffee with her, I'm gonna bring my crystals.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Hey, don't forget to call me for that reading. I'll come up.
all right, yeah. Yeah, because she, you know, like I said, she might bring a friend or two. That's what she did last time. So she gave us good tip. She gave us a good tip. So, you know, like I told you, I don't ask,
I love
but
the practice.
what?
I love the practice.
And me too. By the way, where'd you
love
do
it.
the reading the other night at in Methuen?
Yeah,
All right, good for you. All right, Mary, we don't have a whole lot of time.
I did in Methuen.
Right, I want
Thank
to.
you, David. I'll see you whenever.
I'll get in
Whenever
touch with you
practice.
before, because we'll see if we can
Yeah.
sort of arrange, you know, when we can get together. And
Oh, you got it.
all right,
Okay.
thanks for calling.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so that was that. I can stop putting this away because we really don't have enough time anyway.
Yeah.
But so now, when like you open the book, right, and now do you sort of when you start to paint, do you know, like get up and say, I'm going to paint the beach scene today, or do you just say, I'm going to open the book today, and then it goes, you know what I mean? Is it that type of process, or is it all sort of pre-planned?
It's all different. It's like when I do the beach scenes, that's what I want to do. But then I stop after the beach itself is painted, and then I wonder how I'm going to end them.
Uh-huh.
And I just couldn't come up with. I mean, I want something different. And so on this one here, it's going to have a face. In fact, I found 4 or 5 that I did that didn't. I stopped right there, so I'm going to bring them in when they're finished. And they're going
Yeah.
to be kind of like, I guess you could call them mermaids. You know, the ocean. And I'll connect the ocean with the face, interact it,
Uh-huh.
see what I can come up with. That's what I'm going to do. You know?
So, like, do you put that away till you sort of getting in the same type of mood, or
Yeah.
like,
It's-
do you ever say, I'm going to put this away for, say it's a Monday, just say, I'm going to put this down now, but I'm going to wait until Thursday and get back to it on Thursday.
And then I never do because I forget because I'm already on something else. So I find stacks of paintings that aren't finished.
Uh-huh.
So I got them all together, ones I could find, and I've found a lot. And I'm going to finish them. And just say, you know, they're finished. That's it.
Nice, because I remember that one time I visited, and I went up there, I saw a lot of not finished
Oh, yeah.
work.
Well, I've got one on 4 by 2 foot wooden panel. Then I've got some smaller wooden panels, and they'll deal with urban reality cookies. life
Yeah,
on the streets.
I like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
And I've got one big one and a couple small ones, and I'm gonna finish those, make a statement.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, remember a while ago the slates from the old building on the
Yeah.
roof or something? Did the guy ever give you any?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Did you paint them?
Not yet. I cleaned some of them, primed them, and
Mm-hmm.
I was going to give them to the students I have at the senior center.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just going to hold off for a little while, and I'm going to paint some for the winter for the craft workers, the guild that I belong to,
Uh-huh.
and then in Bedford, and I'm just going to do some snowmen, different than anybody else has done 'em. Just do them. Yeah. And then I've got some slate from 1870, and then I've got some slate from 1895.
Wow.
Old Loudon Library and the Goodwin Funeral Home. And I'm going to clean them, prime them. I'm going to paint them. You'll be able to hang them on a wall.
So when
I got leather straps. There's 2 little holes
Nice.
here, and people can,
and I
buy
bet
'em.
and I bet because there's so much energy in those tiles, Anthony, that right, you might have an idea of what you want to paint on them, but I'm
Right.
gonna say when you pick them up, the energy's gonna sort of bring you in a different direction. That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's 1870. That's old.
That is old.
That's 100 and what now?
163.
30, 50, almost
60.
160 years. Almost.
163, 1870. 160 is, oh, I'm sorry, 150.
Right.
150 is 2020, and then
That's old.
153 years old. You're not kidding.
Yeah.
From the
I-
library, you said?
Yeah,
That's
from the
not-
Loudon, the old Loudon Library. They were going to throw them away, and I used to belong to an art group, and we used to meet there every Wednesday. And lady that ran the library came up and asked if any of the artists would like some slate, and she gave us a rundown, how old they were, and this and that, and so I couldn't help it. Why not?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you can make real nice gifts. You could do anything for a Christmas gift or whatever you want, Easter, whatever you want,
Yeah.
or just a birthday gift,
Uh-huh.
something. But
Yeah.
they're fun to paint. I'm going to do them. I do Santa Claus every year. I've got a small 4x4, or actually 5.5 by 5.5 piece of cut slate.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got some bigger pieces, 11 by 11 wide, 18 long. But I'm just going to leave them exactly the way I found them.
Yeah, nice.
Just paint them up. Why not?
So
Why not?
you paint the Santa Claus every year?
Yeah, it sells every year.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm doing something different now. I mean, it's a snowman, but it's going to be, different position, different colored clothes, a different expression, something different every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm so intrigued with that. How I do this, I do that, I do this.
Yeah.
But I would say I would like, what Gina and myself were talking about, the spirit drawing, because when I do mediumship, I see stuff like that, but I don't. If I could, sort of, I'm thinking. Not sort of look at what I'm drawing, but focus on what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And
Right.
of course, I'm so naive. I'm thinking, well, it's going to come out nice.
Hey, it's like you're not going to get a masterpiece every time. I mean, some people paint their whole lives and never sell any. Of course, that could be because they're not trying, or, but that doesn't mean stop doing it. If my sole thing was to make money, I'd forget it. It's very hard to make a living, But I do it because I love it. I really love it. I like it. It's something that it comes out of your psyche, and poof, you're right in there.
Yeah,
So
that is.
I'll play around with this one
Yeah, I
later
really
on
like that.
tonight.
And I like the, the
colors.
man, I love the colors, and then the face looking up at her.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, he's betwixt and between with that rod going through him.
And she
laugh
grabs
of
the
the
rod
baby.
and smacks him if he's bad. See?
See, like,
I don't know. It's fun though. It's gonna be colorful.
right, tell him one more time who you are. Can we look at this? Look at the time.
Oh yeah, Anthony Williams. I'm a local artist here in Manchester, and just out having a good time.
That's the main
Yeah.
thing. Gotta
Yeah.
have a good time, like me. And I'm David B., the readings guy. 603-404-9338. Biffit@yahoo.com. Get out there, enjoy the weather. I love it, even though there's tons of Canadian smoke out there. What can you do? Just go a little slower. And please, 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 two things that are very important that we must always remember. One, you can't be dumb if you want to be free, so smarten up. And, of course, even more importantly, the number one thing to remember always, you are a winner.